So I've completed covering the Hound and the Blackfish for episode 7, season 6, Game of Thrones in my review. I'm gonna go to King's Landing. Now, this section may be a little bit, shorter than the others, but so we're having like sort of the aftermath. We're having this aftermath in episode 7 of the Faith Militant taking over. Now the Highborn, they previously tried to use their fear and intimidation. We got the weapons, we have the soldiers, we can crush you. And the High Sparrow kind of, no, he not even kind of, he literally flanked them in a sense, um, using his manipulative powers to, sink his claws into Tommen. And it seemed like he had that same effect on Marjorie. Him and his forces have seemingly broken Loras. Unless Loras, I don't think Loras is the kind of individual to be able to put up a farce, put on a mask, and pretend like, oh, I'm on your side. I've given up. I'm yours. Do with me what you will. Marjorie is definitely showing that she's a lot more clever than she lets on. That last little was a bit of paper she gave to Lady Olenna. With the flower on it was like a little, symbol there that, hey, I'm still a Tyrell. I'm still on the side of my family, on the side of the house. This is all just a charade. So I'm really wondering if Hesper is gonna figure that out, because I mean he definitely knows how to do certain things, but I don't know if he really knows how to deal with someone who's kind of like Odysseus, who knows how to hide, his or her true intentions, and if he's only able to go off purely off of appearances. Um, but yeah, he's playing the whole power behind the throne role right now, trying to get Marjorie, back to essentially doing quote unquote her job as the queen, at least from what I could tell. She may use that to bring Tommen back under her influence and therefore back under House Tyrell's influence. So I like how they're shaking things up with that, because, like I've said in previous reviews, Kingslanding just kind of became boring after a while. I mean, it was kind of like, oh, there's going to be bloodshed, there's going to be fighting, there's going to be death and such, but it's just like, it's just some people squabbling for power, politics as usual. But now it's definitely interesting. It's kind of like, the Faith Militant are this, like, in a sense, they're kind of like the Lannisters' version of the White Walkers, if you consider the White Walkers as being, as revealed, this super weapon that was created by the Children of the Forest and then it backfired on them. It's kind of like that with the Faith Militant. They were Cersei's kind of proxy fighters, so that she could use them and their sort of fanaticism, their zealot mentality to strike at her enemies, because she knew about Laura, she knew about um, all these failings in House Tyrell and how they were the enemy, and at least for her they were the enemy, especially Marjorie. And she could use that to get at them by pretending to be the saintly individual who's supporting the faith, and giving them the free reign to do what they think is necessary to bring justice to the world. But now it's fired back on them, and they obviously, like, the aristocracy is used to being able to use fear and intimidation to crush people, but now they're having to change their strategy, because some of the people in the Faith Militant, the ones who are really committed, they see death as this ultimate release, and it's like the path to paradise for them, and salvation and all that. So they can't use really the fear of death straight up. I mean, for at least the more committed members. Now the average Joes have just kind of bandwagoned on, they could possibly use that, but we'll have to wait till episode 8 comes out, which is gonna be out tonight, to see how that goes, see how that turns out. Unless it's already leaked online, I'm sure some people have probably already found ways to see it. But that's it for this section. I'm gonna just finish this up and then upload it. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. Thanks and have a nice day.